Hey, thanks for locking up, guys. See you tomorrow.
Is my world. It is who I am. It is what I am. I was once a man. I know the evil men do. Do not bring your evil here. I warn you. Beware the wrath of Swamp Thing.
I thought I taught you how to fight better than that.
No, what you taught me was how to take a punch and not complain.
Hey, I was just testing your reflexes like I used to.
Hey, that was 5 years ago. I don't need my reflexes tested anymore.
Hey, wait up a minute, will you, Will?
So, what is it this time, Dad? Just passing through on your way to the Ruwenzori Mountains to hunt snow leopard, or you poaching elephants in Uganda for their ivory? Just flat broke and need a place to stay.
Well, actually, the thought of sitting in a high-back porcelain tub soaking in hot water does sound rather appealing right now.
So why don't you get yourself a room at the Sutton Hotel right down the street?
Hey, it's your old man you're talking to. Remember me? Why don't you show a little respect?
I'm showing you as little respect as possible.
You're a tough one, Will.
Oh, really, Dad? What are you hunting now?
Actually, I was hired to photograph some orchid.
Orchid? Since when did you hunt anything with the camera anyway?
It was a very special one. It blooms at night once a year for about a week.
White moss orchid?
Yeah, that's the one. Have you heard of it?
It's just a legend, Dad. Nobody's ever really seen it.
It must be very lonely being so beautiful and so solitary.
It has all the intrinsic qualities of a time bomb, Graham. And is completely natural.
You're going to destabilize the government of a country with a plant?
This plant, as you call it, is the result of years of very careful gene splicing. One single scarlet moss orchid can produce enough defoliant to completely decimate 1,000 acres of food crops. Rice, for example. The defoliant is triggered by
Whoa. What is going to keep this defoliant from spreading across the whole world once it gets started?
An antidote. One in particular I've discovered. You see, that's where the real money is. That's how you blackmail a nation. Introduce a poison. And charge them dearly for the antidote. Abigail, I hear you do wondrous things with plants.
I just talk to them, listen to them.
Splendid. Well, I have a scarlet moss orchid here. A little depressed. Perhaps you could tell it some happy plant stories. It's turning out very well. Now then, tonight, while we're all cozy in our beds, our little orchid shall do what he does best. Kill, with extreme prejudice, every test plant surrounding it.
Are you all right? Oh, you don't look like you're doing very well. I'll tell you what. Why don't I go home and I'll mix up some phosphate tonic and we'll get you better. Okay? And I'll bring it back to you later tonight.
I have seen a cinnamon mountain, and I've climbed its craggy peaks.
I only know one person who recites bad poetry. You must be lost. This is in Malaysia.
Actually, I didn't stay long in Malaysia. Couldn't find a good Philly cheesesteak to save my life.
Won't find one here either.
Oh, that's all right. This'll do instead. And a good cup of coffee if you can spare one.
Still want that coffee.
Actually, you could use something a little stronger. How you been?
I've been fine, Bryden. You look a little shaky. Why don't you sit down and stay a while? I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Some things you can't stop falling for.
I remember why I fell.
I never forget.
I'm back. Just let me dilute this and I promise you you'll feel better by morning. What's going on? Everything's dead.
You know, you're about as good at tracking as a runaway subway in an art museum.
Yeah, well, we're trespassing.
On whose property? What are you talking about?
Look, I've been trying to tell you that sometimes in the swamp it gets a little bit dangerous.
Will, I'm photographing a flower. I'm not arm wrestling a Cerro Gordo scorpion.
Have you thought that maybe it blooms at night for a reason? I mean, maybe we shouldn't be anywhere near it.
I got a 200-millimeter lens. I don't need to be any closer than the worst seat in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna breathe on your precious little flower. Now, which way am I going? Left, right, or straight down the middle? All right, fine. Right always works for me.
Dad, what are you doing this for? I mean, who's paying you anyway?
Look, Will, this is not about money. There are places in this planet where the name Bryden Kip reminds people of high mountains. That means something, kid.
To you.
Oh, yeah? And I think that there are places in this swamp where the name Will Kip reminds people of safe, dry ground. Am I right?
Dad,
What?
you're going the wrong way.
I knew that.
I knew something was wrong. Arcane, what have you done?
See, Dad, it's sort of hard to see sometimes. See, the white moss grows up in the top of a cypress. What you usually do is you look for a flower underneath, lying in the mud.
Well, what are we whispering for? Are you afraid this flower's gonna fly away or something?
I just don't want somebody to hear us. Dad, there it is, you see it?
Is that you?
You don't even know what you've done.
Look, I'm looking at a payday, kid. $50,000 cash. Now, part of it's yours if you want it.
Who do you think you are? You're gonna go through your whole life lying and cheating?
Sorry I had to do that, Will. I can't keep this arcane gent waiting any longer.
I trusted you. I showed you where the white moss orchid bloomed.
My father, he tricked me.
You can't hide behind tricks. You're better than that, Will. At least I thought you were.
Listen.
You listen. There's a fine balance in these swamps. Life is fragile. You can't keep breaking it and expecting it to be whole again.
I'm sorry. Please believe me.
Get out of the swamp. You're no longer welcome here.
I won't stay any longer. Just stop by to pay my respects, see how the little girl was doing.
Dr. Hollister thinks it's a pesticide reaction.
We don't use any synthetic pesticides in my greenhouses. All our plants are autoimmune. Well, that's the future of agriculture, you know. Well, when she does wake up, perhaps you'd be good enough to inform her that this little present was from me. Nighty-night.
Should have been there, Graham. It was most amusing. That dreadful Kip woman doing her Emily Dickinson impression, all hand-wringing and sighs. And here I am, in the bedroom, placing the orchid on the nightstand right next to Abigail.
We don't know what kind of damage will occur in a person who's been exposed twice to this plant, do we?
Well, why do you think I paid this little visit of mercy, you twit? To place the orchid near the subject.
What if the girl dies?
We'll all be billionaires, at least I will. Who could have imagined a beautiful orchid, so deadly to the food chain, could also incapacitate human populations? I'm very happy, Graham. And now, thanks to Mr. Kip, I will have the only known antidote.
Just give me my money so I can get out of here as soon as possible.
Is there any particular reason you're in such a hurry?
My deal was the orchid for the money. I don't have to give you any details.
Oh, what a pity. I find the process of deceit almost as much fun as the culmination.
Well, let's just say you and I come from different worlds, Arcane.
Oh, no. We're neighbors, you and I. Ethically speaking.
Just give me the money.
Some nights, it's just good to be alive.
Figured you'd be long gone by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some distance between me and this dirty backwater sluice of yours. I'm gonna say goodbye to Tressa, and then I got a job to do over in Aravim.
Aravim? What side of the mountain is that on? Or what side of the truth?
Look, I don't have time for your third degree. We'll get caught up on old times someday when you grow up, okay?
What's the matter, Pop? All work, no play? No time to smell the weeds?
Look, I know I haven't been a very good father.
Good father? You haven't been a mediocre memory.
All right, well, get it off your chest. Go ahead, take your best shot.
Be just like you? Never. Just the thought of having the same blood in my veins is enough to handle.
You stupid.
I've said my goodbyes. I have to go help a friend who needs me.
Will. I need your help. The White Moss Orchid is at Arcane's greenhouse. It can save Abigail's life. In case you're interested, this plant is going to pay a visit there.
What's the matter with you?
I've tasted Arcane's madness. It's made me weak. Maybe it's time we all made peace. We've been fighting the wrong enemy.
So did you visit your friend?
One of them?
Oh, you have more than one. You're a lucky man.
It's not just luck.
All right, kid, I understand.
Dad?
Yeah?
I need your help.
What?
Helping a friend? You with me?
I'd like to be well. More ways than you'll ever know. Come here.
Pick a country, Graham. Your least favorite country. We'll send our little orchid there for a visit.
I'm sorry to bother you so late at night, but I saw your light was on, and I heard you're a specialist with orchids. And, well, my son over here needs a corsage for his lady friend. She's sick in bed. I'll pay cash. How about $50,000?
I'm afraid there's only one orchid here. And it's not for sale. Let's show these gentlemen something a little less delicate, shall we? Take them. The orchid! Good show, Graham.
Not bad, kid. Where the hell did you learn how to fight like that?
I'm your son. What'd you expect?
You have impeccably bad timing. Do you know that?
You're never going to learn, Arcane. There are some plants you just can't push around. Come on, old friend. Let's save a life.
Hi, Doc.
Welcome back. You're gonna be all right. You just need some more sleep.
I had the strangest dream.
Abigail, the fever you had, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see little green men outside your window there.
I did. How'd you know?
How's she doing?
She'll be fine. Are you leaving?
Never said I'd stay.
I never expected you to. I just thought maybe this time you might stay longer.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Usually never does. Still doesn't make it any easier.
Look, for what it's worth, it's not easy for me either. All right?
No, you won't.
So I'm dressed.
Take care of yourself, Bride. Take care of yourself.
Arcane continues to hunt for a way to control other men, while I hunt just to become a man again.